The World Cup is here. It's about to begin. Are you excited? I know I am. Are you excited?
Of course I am.
That's good, because we're going to tell you who the best players to watch in the World Cup are. So these are what we think the best players in the world are. We know Mbappe's amazing. We know Lewandowski's amazing. We know De Bruyne is amazing. Blah, 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 blah. But here are players we think are going to be fun to watch, having used our eyes and also
Data.
Maram likes data. The first thing to go through is like what makes a player good, whatever. We know Lionel Messi is like the best player in the world of all time ever. I really like Messi, as you may be able to tell.
Who
From
doesn't?
various videos we've done on Tifo IRL. We did one of Messi recently. Is Lionel Messi the best player in the world? Again. And if you enjoyed that video or you like this video, you can subscribe to the channel. Please do that. And if you do the subscribe, also hit the bell notification button, then you get notified whenever we upload new videos. That's great. So let's start with Lionel Messi. He's good, right?
He's great. Exactly.
Yes. Neymar, very fun to watch because he's even more, well, apparently more creative there. But anyway, Messi's there. But that's the example, right? So we know Neymar's really good. This is what Neymar looks like here. Is he Kylian Mbappe? Obviously, really amazing. He's a striker. He'll score a lot of goals, a lot of carries and dribbles. So what you get often is the most entertaining players to watch tend to be the ones that play in attacking positions. So like Messi, a forward who plays in the right, can play up front as well in the midfield. Neymar, a forward. Mbappe, a forward. Modric, very neat and tidy in these midfield areas. He can control the game from back here. And Lewandowski is more of a sort of goal poacher who just scores chances in the box.
I like goals.
Players who are skillful and dribbly on the ball. Players like
Pedri.
Yes, I love Pedri.
I love Pedri.
You may have heard before from previous Tifo IRL videos.
I love Pedri. It's really good. Pedri.
So why is Pedri so fun to watch? Well, he plays in midfield in this sort of area here. He is highly creative, really technically proficient, so you'll see him receiving tight spaces, surrounded by players. This shows that he's good at linking up play and retaining it.
So basically this was his passes from the Euro 2020 game where Spain drew Italy. So he managed to create 55 passes, was it? And they were all successful. And if you pay attention, a lot of them are actually forward passes that are creating chances, which are obviously risky, but he's managing and able to pull them off. And he's also able to distribute the ball here to other midfielders and connect. So he really can do it across all thirds of the pitch, which is, for his age, very cool.
You expect if you're putting it forward, right, that the ball would be given away quite a lot, so you wouldn't get 55 at 55 completed. So well done to you, Pedri. I love Pedri. I also like Gavi, but you see, very good at retaining the ball, this sort of stuff here. That's what we like to see.
And running into the box, as you can see by the 99 score of receptions in the opposition box, which means he's always in the box.
Yeah, so if Pedri is round about here in this position in midfield when they're attacking, you'll get Gavi, who's over here, might be more advanced. And so Pedri might be the one who plays the pass, having got past Mbappe's son and Neymar. And then Gavi will be the one that gets in behind to receive in the box and help link the play. Next player we want to tell you about is Jamal Musiala. Now Musiala plays for Germany, very similar profile of player. Lots of link up and ball retention because he's technically very tidy, but this stuff here shows that he does a lot more in terms of creation, right?
Yeah, so he's a double threat again. So he can create a lot of XG from shot creation, which means that he can shoot and he can also help others shoot. And he's also very good at receiving and making late runs into the box and creating opportunities. And he gets a lot of shots, which means he's basically everywhere all at once.
And fun.
And fun.
Just like Phil Foden, who will play for England. Now, this is the thing with Foden, right? So he plays for Man City, obviously, where he gets a lot of the ball and is very creative and retains the ball. There's a similar theme going on with some of these players here. Will this be different for England?
Obviously, you can't expect the same because obviously England don't control possession as much as Manchester City do, but it's still Phil Foden, which means his inherent quality will always show up because he's just great and fun to watch.
Yeah, so the thing with Foden is that he can play off either side as well, so he's really quick as a left winger getting up here to create in little triangles in the final third, but also he can play off the right, and because he's left-footed, he can come inside to help create again in these small spaces here. The next player we've got, similar sort of profile, we're going with the neat and tidies here. It's Bernardo Silva, who's ridiculously good. One of the best in the world, I would say, at keeping the ball.
Yes.
Fair? Yeah.
Yes.
Takefusa Kubo plays for Japan. He is a right winger with left-footed. He can play in the right midfield or right up top. And this tells us what?
So basically, he's one of the most progressive right wingers in Europe for the minutes that he's played. So this is the percentage of carries that are progressive, and these are the percentage of passes that are progressive. So basically, how you can move the ball forwards through carries and passes. And he's one of the most productive since 2021
What is
in
progress?
Europe. Yeah, a progressive pass basically is a pass that moves the ball forwards.
Thank you. This helps me a lot. So so these are all dribbly boys. These are passy boys. He's a bit of both over here.
Yes, exactly.
There you go. That's why he's exciting to watch. Next player we've got different kind of profile, not too dissimilar with this part here, the link up and ball retention. So Caicedo goes from box to box for Brighton and Ecuador, so he can help link up play from the back, which is nice, but he can also join in attacks to help finish them off and create the final third. He's been described by his manager at Brighton, Roberto De Zerbi, as being like elite at all things on and off the ball. He's a very, very tidy player. And next is Fede Valverde.
He starts at midfield, which means he's very comfortable creating these passes, connecting to forwards. But what he usually does is he starts drifting off into the forward line and then creating runs from there and shooting and creating goals. So he is a midfielder, but he's more of a forward. But what's really spectacular about Valverde is he tends to be everywhere. So he's creating chances and also he's disrupting opposition moves, which means he's defensively and offensively great, which makes him a fan favorite and fun to watch.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
I like him, yes. How about players who are dynamic?
Jude Bellingham. I love Jude Bellingham. So the cool thing about Jude Bellingham is he isn't good at one thing, he's good at everything across the board. So he's a jack of all trades. So he's very good at specifically carrying and dribbling, which I think you would like, JJ. He scores a 94 in that, which means he's also able to run into the box, create opportunities, and he's also able to sit deep and then help build up and try to connect the ball and circulate and all of that fun stuff. So
He's a box-to-box midfielder, right?
Exactly. So he's involved in his own box and the others, which makes him score very well in stuff like creating chances from ball progression and carries and from shots. So double trouble.
Well, I like Bellingham a lot, so he gets in as one you should definitely look out for. You can put him in your fantasy team, whatever.
So dribbling is valuable towards his team's shots. So basically, this is all shot creating actions compared with other England midfielders since 2021. So he's able to contribute to his team in open play passes specifically. Well, passes are the most common action in the ball, and if you're able to do a lot with that, then that's great, and that's what Bellingham does exactly. He's able to find forwards in space, and he's also able to build up, which means he can do everything.
Forwards in space. Next is Alphonso Davies. Oh boy, look at this.
Carry and dribble volume at 99, yes, but he's also able to retain the ball quite well, and this is due to his fantastic pace and physique off the ball, and from there he can create a lot of chances. Now we can take a look.
Yes.
Here, he is among the fastest players in the Bundesliga, which is very fun.
He is, Alphonso Davies. And he'll get into the final third often, so he'll often do this for Bayern Munich. But for Canada, he tends to play a little further up the pitch. He can play across the front here. He's left-footed, so that's one of the things. But got lots of options, really exciting player. He's technically gifted, like we said, but it's the pace that makes him good, right?
Yeah, how his speed basically allows him to bypass opponents and dribble and create chances, which is very cool.
Which is similar, actually, to Nuno Mendes, who you picked out as a player you like. Tell us about who this guy is and what he does, please.
Yes, so Nuno Mendes is a very, very fun advanced left back. He plays for Paris Saint-Germain's club and then Portugal's country. Now, what's fun about him? He's very fast, he's very technical, and the moment that he runs and creates opportunities, he can get in a very nice cross into the box. And we can see that here, receptions in the opposition box, so he's very advanced for a fullback. So he's able to create chances from the box, and he's also able to retain the ball well, link up and dribble and carry. So he's basically able to do a lot with the ball to create chances.
Rafa Leao, who plays for Portugal and AC Milan.
Yes.
This guy is good. He's a unit. He's a big lad. He's really quick, but he's so good on the ball at dribbling. So you'll see him mostly play off the left. Let's put him here. He'll come inside a lot, but what he'll do is he creates an awful lot of chances for others and himself.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
what you told me earlier.
Yes, exactly. All-rounded winger, so he can create passes, but also shoot and create goals. So fun to watch.
Fun to watch. That's the important thing. It's Vinicius Jr. of Real Madrid in Brazil. Really fun in the left wing. You'll like watching him. He dribbles a lot. He's a very dribbly boy. And he creates a lot of chances from it.
Yeah, so basically we have his attacking carries. So this is the carries that leads to chances and carries that lead to shots. So basically he dribbles to create goals, which means he's extra fun.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
How about Chaos? I like Chaos. Joachim Mæhle. Mæhle plays at left back for Denmark. He can also play as left wing back. He can also play in the right, to be honest. But what you'll see is he'll start a move here on the left back, and he'll finish it over here. There's a goal he scored against the Faroe Islands where he chips the goalkeeper from here. It's phenomenal. He's a really talented player. scores a lot of goals for Denmark actually. It's quite odd because he's a left back. Very strange. Another player who I really like is a bit of chaos. Denzel Dumfries is a right wing back for the Netherlands. Inter Milan, always in the final third, always linking in the final bit to help create chances for others. So he's a chaos player to watch out for if you want one for your fantasy team or whatever. And one more to look out for is a young player called Youssoufa Moukoko, who's only 17, is it?
Yeah, so basically he's a goal-scoring machine. In 88 youth games for Dortmund, he scored 141 goals. And that's not just in the youth. He also replicated that in the very few minutes we've seen of him for Dortmund. So basically, he scores a lot of goals. It's very fun to watch.
Like, this is the guy here, Moukoko. You can play up top as number 9, you can play either channel if you want him to, but you'll see him in these positions.
In the central areas, especially.
Mostly you'll see him here, right?
And he does this really exciting thing, which is basically he doesn't have the physique or the height to tower against players, but what he does is use his center of gravity to basically bypass opponents and then create shots in these very valuable areas. So this is just his non-penalty shots for Dortmund 2020-2021. And you can see the average distance is 15 yards. So he really focuses in the box. And for a player of his age and awareness, it's actually very good. So he's gotten 11 goals, 0.75 per 90, and then 0.52 XG.
So 11 goals from an XG of 7.6.
0.6 overperforming.
That tells me his finishing's really good.
Yeah, he's a great finisher because he can find those positions in the box quite well.
This is just a young lad. Look how close to the goal he is. The right place at the right time. That's what you want. That's fun. So those are some of the players that we think are going to be really fun to watch in the World Cup. Not necessarily the best players, but the most fun to watch. Who was your most fun to watch?
Valverde.
I like Pedri. And I like all of the players. I like all of them because I like everyone. Especially you for watching this video and subscribing, and you for liking the video, because that's good as well.
Yes.
Maram's going to like it when she watches it back.
Yeah, I will definitely like it.
And there we go. All right, well, thanks everyone.
You should too.
Yeah. Say bye now. Bye.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. The Athletic is home to some of the world's best sports journalists, including David Ornstein, Daniel Taylor, Ollie Kay, Amy Lawrence and Rafa Honigstein. There are journalists dedicated to each Premier League team, so every fan gets the coverage they deserve, not just the big clubs. And you can try it for free now for 30 days. See the link in the description.